Hi there, Swiss from Hime here. I got a new box from Japan yesterday and I tried to film my unboxing video, but unfortunately somehow I failed. Well, I show you some of the clips in here, but then, I thought I'd just try again with another camera. So I got in total about 30 manga plus an art book. So let me show you first the manga I got which were actually used. All the other manga are new. I got the third volume of Sentoman. Sentoman is a seinen manga. It's a story about a father and his 13-year-old daughter, and it's quite wholesome. It's a slice of life story. It is finished in 3 volumes. Unfortunately, it's not in print anymore. The story is really wholesome. The drawings are also cute and nice. It's actually quite realistic when it comes to the story. For example, you learn about the father, how he takes some notes about his daughter. He has an online blog and his daughter finds that out and then she really wants him to delete his blog. These kind of stories. It's drawn by Asami Sekiya, who is actually rather well known in the erotica genre. Her drawings and this story here is quite harmless, it's quite wholesome. Then I got the third volume of Kousoku Sister. This is also a manga which is finished in 3 volumes. It's a science fiction story. So the story basically is about a young salaryman who goes on a hike and then he's deadly wounded by a kind of UFO. So he's actually relived again by the aliens, and one of the aliens takes the form of a young woman who pretends to be his sister. And this is kind of like a science fiction romance story and it's finished in 3 volumes. This is out of print, so that's why I got the last third volume now used. It's drawn by Hoshisato Mochiru, who is like one of my favorite seinen rom-com authors. His style is like quite basic, but his style is effective and I got used to it over the years. Then I got the third volume of Yuzumori-san. Yuzumori-san is a cringe comedy manga, seinen manga about a high school girl who falls in love with an elementary school girl. Somehow quite creepy but also funny at the same time. And it's drawn by the artist, by the woman who is currently drawing Young Ladies Don't Play Fighting Games. And I got now all 7 volumes of Hime-no-chan ni wa koi wa mada hayai. Love is still too early for Hime-no-chan. This is a wholesome, very cute romance series, a gag series about a young elementary school girl who is in love with another elementary school boy, and she really tries to get his attention. He doesn't really quite get it that she's in love with him. It's super wholesome. And I think it just finished last year. So these are all 7 volumes I got. So Hime-no-chan ni wa koi wa mada hayai is by an artist called Yuzuchiri. This artist has drawn a new manga. It's currently being published. It's called Kimi to Picopico. Let's continue with some manga which I already got the first volumes. First I got Tanuki to kitsune to satogurashi. This is a super wholesome slice of life manga about like an office woman who is jobless at the moment. She goes back to her hometown and there she meets a tanuki and a fox in human form. It's actually a bit similar to Yotsubato. Then I got volumes 5 and 6 of Vampeerz by Akiri. This is a quite cute Yuri action manga. Then I got the 6th volume of Kekkon honto desu ka. This is a cute seinen manga about 2 office workers pretending to getting married. I got finally volumes 9 and 10 of Koi wa Ameagari no Yoni, so After the Rain. I got the first 8 volume at least 2-3 years ago. But somehow I never managed to buy like the very last 2 ones. And speaking of After the Rain, I got an art book. So this art book came out in commemoration of the anime, which is already 4 years ago, I think. This art book is amazing. It has like a few color pages of the manga. It also contains concept art of the anime. The remaining manga are all new. They all start with the first volume. I made a scale from like cute manga, probably less problematic manga, to like very dark manga, very depressing manga. So I got the first volume of Otaku ni yasashii Gyaru wa inai. There's no girl who's kind to otaku. This seems to be a rom-com. Could be something for you if you're into Gyaru, who like otaku. I mean, this is like a kind of subgenre in Japan, so this might be something for you. Then I got the first volume of Yuri-chan wa namaiki zakari, which seems to be like a comedy about a very cheeky, impudent elementary school girl who likes to tease a male student, a guy in university. The art style looks like it's drawn by like a hentai artist. It looks polished, but it doesn't look very attractive to me. Oni-chan wa daisuke. Then I got the first volume of Yami, 10年間殺され続けた山下さん. It looks like creepy, but it's actually, I think it's a comedy. So Yami seems to be a manga based on a novel, and there is a manga artist and a scenarist. They are two different people. Then I got the first volume of Otsureai, a slice of life seinen series. I have no idea about this one. It's drawn by Ando Mikio. What also caught my eye is it has like an advertisement by Nakamura Yusuke, a rather well-known artist, illustrator. Sayonara sankaku. Goodbye triangle. Have a good look at this cover here. Okay, it's volume 1. And then there is volume 2. Sayonara sankaku is not a new manga. It is drawn by Midori Obiya. That is the artist who is currently drawing this one here, which I talked already about. The covers say everything, so I'm curious to read this one. Then I got the first volume of Musou no Machi. I have no idea what this is about. I saw the cover and it looks super attractive to me. Super soft drawings. I put this one a little bit further down in the list because I suspect that there will be some quite dramatic elements in it, quite melancholic elements. Speaking of magical realism, I got this manga here, To Aruhi no Sugoku Fushigi. This seems to be a fantasy manga, quite an absurd one, with a very unique style. And the artist is called Miyazaki Natsujike. I don't know anything about that artist. I have just seen that he has drawn several manga in this style. This is a quite unique style. I don't know if these are like short stories. I have the impression this might be an interesting manga for all of you who are looking for something which is not mainstream. Then I got the first volume of Botsu Ichi by Kira Takashi. This is the story of a guy in his mid-40s who has recently lost his wife. She passed away, and this seems to be a story about him dealing with this loss. Then I got the first volume of Noboruda. This is a manga about bouldering. So I haven't read this manga about bouldering yet, but why did I put it down in the list? It doesn't look like it's a problem manga. That's because it's drawn by Mohiro Kitoh. Mohiro Kitoh did Bokurano and Narutaru. And if you know something about these two manga, which were adapted as an anime, you know that he can suddenly draw some really strange, creepy, dark shit. I don't know if maybe there is a scene in here which might be quite problematic, whatever. He did another manga about cycling which was like wholesome and not a problem. Mohiro Kitoh, you never know. That's why he's so down. And speaking of Mohiro Kitoh, I got his short story collection from the late 1980s to 2022. It's also interesting to see how his visual style has evolved. At the beginning he drew like that. You can tell that he is an artist from the late 1980s. It has like this kind of grit. Then I got the first 2 volumes of Takopi's Sin. This is a super dark manga. Very dark science fiction satire. It's a story about a young girl. She is bullied at school and an alien, this creepy little thing here, who wants to make her happy. You know, because he's from another planet, he doesn't quite get what is wrong with her and he tries to help her and he makes things just worse. I mean, just the presence of the alien, this stupid little thing here, makes this girl's life just more miserable. You just lose faith in humanity. You can read it officially in English, I think in the Jump Comics app. So without spoiling too much, have a look at the art. You can already tell by the art that this is a dark story. Dark and depressing. You need to be in the mood to read a manga like this. Sometimes I am. What about you? And finally, this one here, which I'm not bothering to read to you now, but it has a cover by the same artist, which I showed you before, by this artist here. You see? I thought that is a manga, but actually it's a novel, and I can read a bit Japanese, but well, a novel is really difficult, so that's the most depressing thing for me. That's why it's at the bottom of the list of today's manga haul, the most depressing manga. I hope you liked today's video, today's manga haul. Which manga would you like to read? Out of these ones, which manga do you actually already read as a scanlation or official translation? Let me know down in the comments below. And next time, I'm not sure if I'm going to shoot again a video in French. It depends. You'll see in the thumbnail if I speak in English or not. Thank you for watching until the end and see you next time.